Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
This is 2nd and 8.
Set. 63.
Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This short throw caught by Goedert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing right, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Don't touch that. Tiger Hornet. Time that ready. Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hey, easy, 63. Time that ready. Go Silver, ready?
Hurts. That is caught. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Somebody got a boy, I know. Somebody got a boy, I think you bad. Watch boy. She's a vibe outside, all from the music. Hey, turn his TV off. And with my type activities, well, don't you get involved. Hey, I mean, shit I seen, send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and them teams where they get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the nicknames. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I admit that. Hey, black out. If they act out. Yeah, I did that.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Start. Hop, 7, go.
And they'll go on the ground. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. The Buccaneers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll get this out to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
On second down, ETN once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Get it. Panther 60, Panther 60.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Come on, come on. Hit. 70 line, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game would be ideal. That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The slot man in motion right. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, 73. Good, set.
They'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Back to throw again. Here's a diving catch right side. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The kick by Elliott is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Travis Etienne. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on second down. Hurts had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180, 180. Out.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Hey, Silk. Great. Hey. 180, 180. Hey, easy. 63, back.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Buccaneers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Mustang 19. 6.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. It's Paul. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Ready, set.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They're going to look to throw. Williams brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Ready,
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
go.
Etienne is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Eagles 17, Buccaneers 14.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer. Alpha, alpha, alpha.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Good, set. All right, everyone, huh? Go silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63, back. Kyle up, Yeti. Kyle up, Yeti. Kyle up, Yeti. No, come.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Come on, set. Liking, ace, cut.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8.
Let's go. No. Bronco 80. Go.
Toss left side for ETN. And he's going to get to the 31, and that for the first down. 106 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Another tote for ETN. And now off to the races down the right side. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Travis Etienne with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here this third quarter. Now the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Eagles 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Two yards to go, second down.
No touchdown. Miami. 180, 180. No touchdown.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Trimming.
Give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 27, Hurts. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Buccaneers 21. Jay Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Etienne on the toss right.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. This inside the 35-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun and run with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Now Hurts, he's going to do it himself. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call the timeout here defensively. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Second and goal from inside the 5. They get this out left.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Philadelphia, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.